By the time a man reaches 60, more than half will experience some degree of prostate enlargement, and the number climbs even higher with age. Most men don't notice the early warning signs, and that's where the real danger lies. You may feel completely fine, yet small changes are happening in the background. Reduced urinary flow, more frequent trips to the bathroom at night, and subtle shifts in hormone balance. Left unchecked, these small changes can snowball into discomfort, chronic inflammation, or even more serious issues that directly affect your quality of life. The truth is, your prostate is a small gland with a big job. It's part of your reproductive system, it plays a role in hormonal balance, and it influences urinary health. When it's healthy, you don't think about it. But when it's under stress, you start noticing, and when symptoms become obvious, you're already behind the curve. That's why protecting your prostate isn't something you do when there's a problem. It's something you do every day to prevent one. This is not just about avoiding discomfort. It's about protecting your independence, confidence, and vitality. Prostate health directly impacts your energy, your sleep, and even your mood. Men with poor prostate function often wake up multiple times at night to urinate, leading to broken sleep, lower testosterone, and increased fatigue. Over time, poor sleep alone can accelerate aging, weaken your immune system, and make it harder to maintain muscle mass. The ripple effect is huge. Now here's the encouraging part. Your prostate health is not just determined by age. It's determined by how you live. Certain habits can accelerate decline, while others can slow, stop, or even reverse it. The prostate responds incredibly well to lifestyle changes because it's influenced by inflammation, hormone balance, circulation, and nutrient intake, all factors you can control. That's why in this video, I'm going to give you 5 daily habits that work together to protect your prostate after 60. These aren't complicated, expensive, or time-consuming. They're small, strategic actions that, when done consistently, can keep your prostate healthy for years to come. If you're over 60 and you want to protect your prostate, this is the perfect time to start. Even if you already have mild symptoms like needing to urinate more often, taking longer to start, or feeling like you're not fully emptying your bladder, these habits can help you stabilize and support your prostate. The goal here is not just prevention, but optimization. Because when your prostate is healthy, your hormones are more balanced, your energy levels are more stable, and your sleep is deeper, all of which lead to better overall health. To protect the prostate, you have to understand what causes it to weaken in the first place. One of the main factors is hormonal changes. Throughout adulthood, testosterone levels slowly decline, but the enzyme 5-alpha reductase, which converts testosterone into DHT, dihydrotestosterone, often becomes more active with age. DHT is a more potent form of testosterone that can stimulate prostate cell growth. While you need some DHT for normal function, too much can cause the prostate to enlarge, leading to benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. But hormones are just one part of the picture. Chronic low-grade inflammation is another major driver of prostate problems. Inflammation can come from poor diet, excess sugar, processed foods, environmental toxins, and even chronic stress. When inflammation persists, it irritates prostate tissue, making it more likely to swell, become tender, and disrupt urinary flow. And here's the catch. Inflammation in the prostate often happens silently for years before symptoms become noticeable. Another factor is circulation. The prostate is located in the lower pelvis, an area that's particularly vulnerable to poor blood flow, especially if you sit for long periods. Without healthy circulation, oxygen and nutrients have a harder time reaching prostate tissue, and waste products are removed more slowly. Over time, this creates a stagnant environment that makes it easier for inflammation to linger and harder for the prostate to repair itself. Toxin exposure also plays a role. The modern lifestyle exposes men to endocrine-disrupting chemicals found in plastics like BPA, pesticides, and even some personal care products. These chemicals can interfere with hormone balance, increasing estrogen-like effects and further promoting prostate growth or inflammation. When the liver is overworked and detoxification pathways are sluggish, these compounds can accumulate in the body, creating long-term stress on the prostate. Finally, nutrient deficiencies are surprisingly common after 60, and they can directly impact prostate health. Zinc, for example, is heavily concentrated in the prostate and plays a role in protecting cells from oxidative damage. Low zinc levels are associated with increased risk of prostate enlargement and inflammation. Similarly, a lack of antioxidant-rich vegetables, omega-3 fats, and specific amino acids can leave prostate tissue more vulnerable to damage. All of these factors, hormonal shifts, chronic inflammation, poor circulation, toxin exposure, and nutrient deficiencies interact with each other. For example, inflammation can worsen hormone imbalances, and poor circulation can slow nutrient delivery, creating a cycle that speeds up prostate decline. That's why the solution has to be multifaceted. You can't just focus on one aspect like taking a supplement and expect optimal results. You need daily habits that target all of these areas, supporting hormones, reducing inflammation, improving circulation, avoiding toxins, and maximizing nutrient intake. And here's the good news. These processes are not fixed. Just because you're over 60 doesn't mean decline is inevitable. Your body is constantly rebuilding and renewing tissue, including the prostate. The choices you make every day influence whether that rebuilding happens in a healthy, balanced way or whether it leads to further stress and enlargement. That's why the next part of this video is going to be so important. We'll go through 5 simple, science-backed habits that, when combined, create the perfect environment for a healthy prostate. You'll learn exactly what to eat, what to avoid, how to move, and how to manage stress in ways that directly protect your prostate health starting today. One of the simplest yet most overlooked ways to protect your prostate after 60 is to stay hydrated, but do it the right way. Your prostate and urinary tract rely on a steady flow of clean fluids to flush out toxins, prevent bacterial buildup, and keep inflammation low. When you're dehydrated, urine becomes more concentrated, irritating the bladder and increasing the likelihood of discomfort or infection. Over time, poor hydration can contribute to chronic urinary issues that place more stress on the prostate. The key isn't just drinking water, it's timing your water intake. Many men make the mistake of drinking most of their fluids late in the day or in the evening. This floods the bladder at night, leading to multiple trips to the bathroom, fragmented sleep, and added strain on both the bladder and prostate. Instead, front load your hydration. Drink the majority of your water between morning and early afternoon, tapering off in the early evening. This way, you're flushing your system effectively during the day while still allowing for restful, uninterrupted sleep at night. Quality also matters. Tap water can sometimes contain chlorine, fluoride, and trace contaminants that may act as endocrine disruptors or irritants. If possible, filter your water to remove these impurities. Herbal teas, especially those with anti-inflammatory herbs like nettle leaf or chamomile, can be a great addition for prostate support. Avoid sugary drinks, artificial sweeteners, and excessive caffeine, as these can irritate the bladder and trigger more frequent urination. Another key point, hydration isn't only about water. Electrolyte balance plays a role in muscle function, including the muscles of the bladder and pelvic floor. A pinch of mineral-rich sea salt in your water, or including foods like cucumbers, celery, and watermelon, can help maintain this balance naturally. The goal is to create a consistent flushing effect without overwhelming the bladder in one go. Hydrating the right way protects your prostate in 2 important ways. It keeps the urinary tract clear and reduces irritation from concentrated waste, and it supports the overall environment in which your prostate functions. And when you combine proper hydration with the next habit, maintaining adequate zinc levels, you give your prostate both a clean environment and the building blocks it needs for cellular protection. If there's one mineral your prostate depends on more than any other, it's zinc. The prostate contains higher concentrations of zinc than almost any other organ in the body, and for good reason. Zinc plays a protective role against inflammation, supports tissue repair, and helps regulate hormones, particularly testosterone and DHT. Without enough zinc, your prostate becomes more vulnerable to oxidative damage, chronic irritation, and enlargement. Zinc's influence on hormones is especially important after 60, as testosterone levels naturally decline with age. Maintaining balance between testosterone and DHT becomes critical. Zinc acts as a natural 5-alpha reductase inhibitor, meaning it helps control the conversion of testosterone into excess DHT. This can reduce the likelihood of abnormal prostate growth and help maintain hormonal stability. The problem is, zinc deficiency is common among older men. Reduced stomach acid makes it harder to absorb minerals from food, and certain medications, like acid reducers, blood pressure drugs, and diuretics, can further deplete zinc levels. That's why intentionally including zinc-rich foods every day is so important. Some of the best natural sources include pumpkin seeds, oysters, grass-fed beef, lamb, crab, and cashews. For plant-based eaters, pumpkin seeds are an excellent choice, but keep in mind that plant-based zinc is less bioavailable, so you may need a slightly higher intake or consider supplementation. If you supplement, zinc picolinate or zinc citrate are among the most absorbable forms. One key point, zinc works in synergy with other nutrients, especially vitamin A and selenium, which support the immune system and further protect prostate cells. You can get selenium from Brazil nuts, just 1-2 a day is enough, and vitamin A from liver, egg yolks, or beta-carotene-rich vegetables like carrots and sweet potatoes. Adding zinc-rich foods isn't just about nutrient intake, it's about consistency. The prostate benefits from steady daily zinc levels rather than occasional spikes. Think of zinc as part of your prostate's daily defense system, shielding it from oxidative stress, inflammation, and hormonal imbalance. Combine this with proper hydration, and you're already creating a foundation for a healthier, more resilient prostate. When most men think about prostate health, they don't think about exercise, but they should. Your prostate sits in the pelvic region, surrounded by muscles, blood vessels, and lymphatic pathways that all influence its health. Weak pelvic floor muscles can lead to urinary leakage, incomplete bladder emptying, and even more pressure on the prostate. Poor circulation in the pelvis can slow nutrient delivery and waste removal, creating an environment where inflammation lingers. That's why daily pelvic floor and mobility exercises can be a game changer for men over 60. One of the most effective exercises is the Kegel. Not just for women, but for men as well. Kegels strengthen the muscles that support the bladder and control urination, which reduces strain on the prostate. To do them, contract the muscles you would use to stop urination midstream, hold for a few seconds, and then release. Start with 5-10 repetitions, gradually increasing over time. These can be done anywhere without equipment and take just minutes a day. In addition to Kegels, pelvic mobility exercises like gentle hip circles, cat-cow stretches, and seated forward bends improve blood flow to the prostate and surrounding tissues. The more circulation you have in the area, the more oxygen and nutrients are delivered, and the more efficiently toxins and inflammatory compounds are cleared away. Men who spend long hours sitting are especially prone to pelvic congestion, which can increase prostate irritation. Taking short standing or walking breaks every 30-60 minutes can make a difference. Even 5 minutes of walking helps reset circulation and keeps the pelvic muscles active. These exercises are not about building bulk, they're about improving function. Strong pelvic floor muscles give you better urinary control, and improved mobility keeps everything moving freely. When combined with proper hydration and nutrient intake, pelvic exercises become a powerful, low-effort habit that supports long-term prostate health. The prostate is highly sensitive to inflammation, and your diet plays one of the biggest roles in controlling it. Certain vegetables contain compounds that actively reduce inflammation, regulate hormone balance, and protect prostate cells from oxidative damage. Including them daily creates an internal environment where the prostate can function without constant irritation. Cruciferous vegetables such as broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage are especially beneficial. They contain indole-3-carbinol, I3C, and diindolylmethane DIM, compounds that help balance estrogen and testosterone levels in men. This balance is critical for preventing abnormal prostate growth. These vegetables also support liver detoxification, which helps your body process and eliminate excess hormones and toxins that could otherwise irritate the prostate. Another powerhouse nutrient is lycopene, a carotenoid found in tomatoes, watermelon, and pink grapefruit. Lycopene is a potent antioxidant that specifically accumulates in prostate tissue, where it helps protect cells from oxidative stress. Cooking tomatoes and healthy fats like olive oil increases lycopene absorption, making dishes like tomato-based soups and sauces especially beneficial. Fiber is another key player. It supports gut health, which indirectly affects hormone metabolism and inflammation levels. A healthy gut helps the body break down and excrete excess hormones, keeping your endocrine system in balance. Aim for a mix of soluble fiber from vegetables and insoluble fiber from leafy greens to get the full benefit. When you build your plate, think of vegetables as the foundation, not just a side dish. Aim for at least 2 servings of cruciferous vegetables a day, along with 1 lycopene-rich food and a variety of colorful vegetables for a wide range of antioxidants. If you want to take it a step further, include herbs like turmeric and ginger, which have strong anti-inflammatory effects and can enhance the prostate protective benefits of your meals. Anti-inflammatory vegetables work in synergy with the other habits we discussed: hydration, zinc intake, and pelvic exercises. Together, they reduce irritation, improve hormone balance, and give your prostate the nutrient-rich environment it needs to stay healthy and functional well into your later years. One of the most overlooked threats to prostate health after 60 is chronic stress. Stress isn't just a feeling in your head. It's a hormonal signal that affects your entire body. When you're under constant stress, your adrenal glands produce more cortisol. High cortisol not only weakens the immune system, but it also disrupts the delicate balance of testosterone and DHT, both of which play a direct role in prostate size and function. Over time, this hormonal imbalance can lead to increased inflammation and further strain on the prostate. Sleep is equally critical. Deep restorative sleep is when your body repairs tissue, balances hormones, and reduces inflammation. Without enough deep sleep, your testosterone levels drop, growth hormone production is impaired, and your immune system becomes less efficient. This creates a perfect storm for accelerated prostate decline. Unfortunately, prostate issues themselves, like frequent nighttime urination, can disrupt sleep, creating a vicious cycle. Breaking that cycle starts with better stress management during the day and a solid wind-down routine at night. Simple breathing exercises, short meditation sessions, or even a quiet evening walk can help lower cortisol levels before bed. Avoiding screens for at least an hour before sleep reduces blue light exposure, which can suppress melatonin production, the hormone that signals your body it's time to rest. It's also important to keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet, and to maintain a consistent sleep schedule. If nighttime urination is an issue, taper your fluid intake in the evening and avoid bladder irritants like caffeine after midday. Consider incorporating magnesium-rich foods or a supplement in the evening, which can promote muscle relaxation and help you fall asleep faster. Managing stress and prioritizing quality sleep doesn't just protect your prostate, it strengthens your entire hormonal system. When stress is under control and sleep is restorative, inflammation goes down, hormone balance improves, and the prostate is able to maintain healthy function without constant irritation. Your prostate is a small gland, but it plays a big role in your overall health, vitality, and quality of life. After 60, protecting it is not just about avoiding discomfort, it's about preserving independence, energy, and confidence. Every habit we've discussed works together like pieces of a puzzle. Proper hydration keeps your urinary tract clear. Zinc-rich foods supply the minerals your prostate needs for defense. Pelvic floor exercises keep circulation strong and muscles functional. Anti-inflammatory vegetables create a healing environment. And stress management with quality sleep ensures your hormones stay in balance. The best part is these habits are simple, natural, and completely within your control. You don't need expensive treatments, complicated routines, or drastic changes. What you need is consistency. Every glass of clean water, every serving of cruciferous vegetables, every set of Kegels, every deep breath before bed, they all add up over time. Imagine yourself a year from now, sleeping through the night, waking with more energy, moving through your day without the constant distraction of urinary discomfort, and knowing you're actively taking care of one of the most important aspects of your health. That future is possible, and it starts with the choices you make today. Don't wait for symptoms to get worse before you act. Start with one habit today, master it, then add another. By the time all 5 habits are part of your daily life, you'll have built a strong foundation for prostate health that will serve you for years to come. Your health is your responsibility, but it's also your greatest investment. Protect it daily, and it will pay you back in vitality, strength, and the freedom to live life on your own terms well past 60.